Good morning, everyone. This is Jim from WildGravityTravels.com, and this is something that's been over a year in the making for us. We are here at Volcano Bay, about to go through the Shuttle Tunnel, something obviously we've videoed and taken pictures of for a good while now, as we saw it develop along with the rest of the park. So as we make our turn here, we are now in the tunnelway heading towards Volcano Bay. So here it is, something we first brought you in December of last year, obviously. This is the Volcano Bay entrance signage. And of course we watched this go up from those windows over at Cabana Bay. We watched all of this rise at Cabana Bay over the course of the past year. So we're going to head on into Volcano Bay, get ready for the grand opening ceremonies, and check out everything else there is to see. So here inside, just before we head into the entrance, we see some of the details that we've been showing you. Here's some theming next to the guest services counter. Over here, kind of themed like a boat, also ticket counter as well. Guest services, I believe, is actually over here. We have a big tiki guy right here. He makes some occasional noises and all of that. Over here we have the restrictions for riding, for height restrictions. There are some rides where you have to be 42 inches tall, or you have to be 42 inches tall and ride with an adult. And then these ones on the top here are actually only for 48 inches or taller. So that noise you're hearing right now, that's actually the that tiki guy. Okay, so we are inside of Volcano Bay. And this is our Tapu Tapu. It's a little thicker than a Surge, but just about as wide as a Surge. So I have a Fitbit Surge here. It's about the same width as we expected. However, it is a little thicker on the wrist. So we're heading on into Volcano Bay now. This will be our first look at Volcano Bay, and here is Krakatau Mountain as we come around the corner. We can see the waterfalls working there. Really awesome, really cool to see that as you come around the corner. Definitely a wonderful moment and like a grand welcome to the park to come around the corner and just see that. And it looks like the volcano's erupting. Just a little bit of water pushed off the top there. So here's the Watery Marketplace. This little booth, this is just inside the park to the left. You can see the, this is the Cabana rental area, and then this is the Watery Marketplace. As you head in here, we have, looks like 2 gift shops, and then beyond that is where the lockers will be. So you can see all sorts of different merchandise, hats, cups, shirts, etc. And as you head into this marketplace, looks like we've got some island style merchandise. Looks like we have tikis here, little tiki plant holders, some tropical shirts, all sorts of selections. Even a little changing dressing room here to try on the clothes. So this looks like the women's clothing side. Lots of cool theming inside, even the gift shops here though. Even around the top here we see all the tiki masks and all that. So as we head out across the way, we're going to go over here to the other shop. And this looks like it's the men's shop. Right over here we see this is like the men's gift shop. So we're going to wander in here. And this is definitely the men's side. Now we're in the men's side. So we see some cool shorts, board shorts here. Swim trunks, looks like hats. Again, more cool merchandise to check out. Sunscreen, always essential for the water park. And here is a Volcano Bay swim shirt. Nothing on the back of those. This is pretty neat. You can take a bit of Volcano Bay home with you. Fill the bottle with shells for $6.95. And then here's the towels we've been seeing. These are sold, a lot of this stuff, some of the stuff is sold actually at even City Walk in the gift shops there. Here's some kids shirts, kids clothes for Volcano Bay. That one's really cute. We're probably going to use it. It's a little closer to I-4 than the rest of the park, so we could see some of the traffic beyond this gate right here. Not too much to see though there with all of that. So we're here at the lockers, and of course this is also driven by Tapu Tapu as well. It has clear instructions all the way down to start off to rent the locker. You insert the card to make a payment, locker doors open. When you open the locker, you just tap your Tapu Tapu. And one of the neatest things ever is, so here we see Michael's going to open his locker for us just by tapping. Now the neat thing is you can assign multiple wearables, so say you have kids or a family and you want to share a big locker, you can assign multiple Tapu Tapus to the same screen, or to the same locker. You just follow the instructions on the screen and the instructions above, and you will have a locker shareable by as many people as you want. So we are awaiting the opening ceremony at this point, and here we see the Krakatau Mountain.
That's it.
Checking everything out. And there's Matt, all ready to go. Hi, Matt.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Wish you were here. Kind of amazing, but next time.
So this will be the wave pool for Volcano Bay. So here's something really interesting walking by. We still have survey crews inside Volcano Bay just passing by us, still surveying a couple different areas of the park for construction. So here we are at Watery Reef, which we've seen over the past several months going up. They're still actually sawing away down here on construction progress, still working on leveling out some of the concrete, and just lots more to do, it looks like, around Watery Reef. A lot more finishing work to do here. So with the park grand open and guests flowing in steadily, I figured we'd take a little walking tour around Volcano Bay to show you everything that we've been covering for ages now. A little over a year, like I've mentioned a few times. Figured I'd give you a tour and we could see everything we've been watching up close and get more details on things. Start off, as I said, we saw the lockers and the Watery Marketplace before, but something I didn't showcase here is Watery Fusion, which is a fusion of lots of ice cream, different flavors all in one. And you can see here, it's actually a mixture of banana, blue raspberry, orange, and strawberry. And we'll probably be trying this later. We hope to have like a good review of a lot of food going up after this video. Hey! Serving up good? Good. Awesome signature ice cream, right?
Our signature ice cream, yeah, it's right here, the Watery Fusion. It has banana, blue raspberry, orange, and strawberry.
Awesome, and that comes out of that machine there, right? That
sir.
Makes the magic. Awesome, thank you. So that's Watery Fusion, and that's the ice cream. Here's the Cabana rental stand. So that's the little stand we saw go up. That's also concierge as well. So we're gonna go counterclockwise around the park. So again, this is the entry area, and we're gonna go counterclockwise, which means we're gonna be headed towards Hanu first. Hanu and Aiko Moana, as well as the Krakatau Aqua coaster. And then those Taniwa tubes. So we're gonna go the direction of where we actually covered the park from first, which is Turkey Lake Road. Most of the gift shops appear to be at the front of the park. Here is Krakatau Acades. I have already done one full lap around the park to kind of familiarize myself before taking the video. So this is Krakatau Acades, and we can see just some cool general merchandise here. Volcano Bay, awesome Volcano Bay shirts, lots of different varieties. Here's a really cool one with a turtle on it, right there. And then over here we have some kid shirts. Looks like a long sleeve shirt here. All sorts of stuff. If you like the drawstring bags, here's a cool Volcano Bay drawstring bag. Lots of different items to choose from here in Krakatau Acades. If you happen to forget any of your nose clips, nose guard, goggles are also available in here as well. So the first stand we find, a big counter service style restaurant we find here at Volcano Bay is Hallow Reef. And you can see here it's just kind of a counter serve style. You go in, order your food. This restaurant offers has a lot of different offerings. Looks like it's mainly chicken and seafood, longboard pizzas, barbecue burgers, barbecue and burgers, I should say. So here we have, on this barbecue menu, we have smoked glazed chicken, barbecue pork sandwich, and the Hawaiian ribs, which we've been hearing a lot of good things about. Over here on the burgers, we have some different signature burgers, including the Kohala burger. Several draft beers, including the Volcano Blossom, which is signature. It comes from a local brewery here in Orlando. And then over here we also have those longboard pizzas I mentioned. Looks like they're offering cheese, pepperoni, veggie, and of course a Hawaiian pizza. You can't not have Volcano Bay and not have Hawaiian pizza with pineapple and pickled jalapenos, it says. Under these sails here, we've actually now come to the Dancing Dragons. Now, on my first walk around, I sort of noticed that the sails kind of signify that this is a bar. So there's two bars here at Volcano Bay, and this one is the Dancing Dragons, home to several signature drinks to check out. And this one, of course, has a great view of looking at the wave pool at Krakatau Mountain from the front side. So we're going to walk over here. It's a little noisy, but we're going to walk over here and peek out. So there you can see Krakatau Mountain. You can have a drink almost alongside the water here. So we're going to go back down on the beach now and watch for some people to come out of the signature slide here on Watery Beach, which is the Ko'okiri body plunge. That's the straight down slide from the volcano, from Krakatau. While we wait for the next person to come out, I just want to point out again all the nice hidden tikis. There's one right here above the slide, and here comes somebody kind of shrouded in the... So that is Ko'okiri body plunge from way up there on Volcano Bay. So alongside Watery Beach, here's a little interactive pool. If we zoom in, we could see some tapu signals, touch points all around. Over here where these kids are, there's actually another one. Looks like there's a smaller volcano right over here, as well as a tiki guy there on the side. But this smaller piece doesn't appear to be open yet. It's roped off right now. Again, this is opening day, so some of the stuff has been closed or having issues. Currently, the tapu spot here for Ko'okiri to reserve your time is closed, so we have attendants right here actually doing it by iPad. So that is for Ko'okiri body plunge. Next up, we are going to head towards Hanu and Aiko Moana, which we can see in the distance through the trees right here. So while we're walking by here, I wanted to go ahead and mention that there are free life jackets for everyone here at Volcano Bay, and even up to the adult sizes. Here you can see this is an adult large. And they're kind of cool because they got a little logo on them, the Volcano Bay logo. Here on the other side you can see some of the kids stuff. Here are the kids life vests, and we can check those out as well. So really cool that they provide those, just like Aquatica does with the free life jackets. So here's a really cool perspective. We're now under Hanu and Aiko Moana raft rides. As we look back towards this building though, we see this is a Cabana Bay Building, and that window right there is where we brought you all of our updates of Hanu's progress, as well as early on before they built the tower, the progress of Aiko Moana as well. So here is the entrance to Hanu and Aiko Moana, or turtle and whale slides. Aika is actually just the term for and in Maori. So this is Hanu and Aiko Moana. The pathway sort of just kind of dead ends right here, but we do have shoe holders and flip-flop holders, loose items, towels, whatever. A good place to store your stuff. So now we're heading on over to check out the ending of Hanu and Aiko Moana. And we can hear some screams of somebody coming down right now. There they are. So here we are seeing the grand scale of Hanu and Aiko Moana. Here on the right, this is Hanu. We're gonna zoom in and see if we can catch a tube going through there. Here's one coming out right now. So those tubes are almost like little 5-person clover leaves here. And there we see a tube going through Hanu right now. Going around there. So they'll be coming out of this spot right here in just a second. So pretty quick through those like quarter pipes, as we see, and here they come around the turn and splashing out. So here we see Moana, and it's actually quite a longer slide than it looks at from the street. It's got quite a few twists and turns in itself coming around. So we'll wait for a tube to come out of here. Notice the water's flowing pretty quickly down, but the splashes are pretty gentle coming out. So over here we have Tatiki Reef and Runamukka Reef. Still closed right now at the moment. But this is the blue structure we've been showing you that's been kind of climbing on the side of the mountain. Looks like we have some lifeguards in there, but they are still working on details. So we'll be checking this out later. This is only for kids 48 inches and under. Unlike other water parks, they are not allowing every guest to come in and experience Runamukka Reef unless you're under 48 inches tall. This is on this bridge we have some really cool looking bullfrog type guys here. Probably great for the nighttime lighting in the park. The park is supposed to be open a little later. We also still have a lot of retention like fences going on, and one of the interactive touch points for the lazy river appears to be turned off. Looks like something is not installed yet right here on Kopiko Way. If you come to the park a little later in the day and lockers up front are full, there's several locker locations. I've counted 4 already. This one's back between Hanu and Taniwa Tubes. It also looks like back in that pathway that's closed, looks like they'll be building some more cabanas. Those cabanas, that structure there for the cabanas is definitely not complete, and nowhere near it. Nor is the pathway going towards it. So we'll see if they're going to actually have the cabanas open or not anytime soon. So we've come to our next eatery, which is Waka Weiwei Eats. It features barbecue chicken pizza, spicy shrimp mac and cheese, and pretzel dogs. We're going to be going in and checking out all of those offerings there. So here we see the menu here. Looks like we also have pizza here once again, except this one seems to have island barbecue chicken pizza, as well as cheese, pepperoni, and veggie. Hot dogs, they have a pretzel dog right here you see. Foot-long hot dog, pineapple, salsa, and bacon toasted on a pretzel bun with chips. They also have jerk shrimp mac and cheese, and then regular mac and cheese. Oops, sorry about that. And then regular mac and cheese there. So smaller offerings, smaller eating area, but this is towards the back middle of the park. Also have a grab and go. Looks like all the stops are going to have a grab and go. And then here again are the freestyle machines. So this is our second establishment. This is where we seen that roof structure go up not too long ago, probably about a month ago. So here's the top of that and the inside, just great details. You actually see Krakatau Mountain right there spinning around. Really neat detail to see. So through this gate and across the street is actually where we took a lot of our construction updates from Turkey Lake Road. So you can see over this wall here, see that building out there. We were actually looking in this way, and that's why we were able to see the cool tiki guy there in one of our later updates, as well as these really awesome looking alligator guys right here. Those were actually, this is actually what we were looking at from outside the park. And coming up next, we're going to take a look at around the Krakatau Aqua Coaster. So it looks like the walk into the Temple Way is closed right now, but here we are at Krakatau Aqua Coaster. Currently at a 65-minute wait on return times. However, we're going to be getting a better look around here, but this is the water coaster station we've been showing you all up close, with some waterfalls coming down right here, and then the coaster wraps around the mountain. So we'll be checking that out here coming up shortly. Here again are those alligators on this alligator bridge. We're going to be going around trying to get some better angles of the aqua coaster. Next up in the park, we've come to Taniwa Tubes. Really neat logo, one of my favorites. And Taniwa Tubes is those 4 slides we first saw go up way long ago. Way long ago, actually. here at Volcano Bay. One of the first slides that completely went up, and that's a 4-slide complex, standard 2-person tube. You can ride single. We have already confirmed that. You can ride single on those. So again, we've come to the sails, and with the sails, it means we've found a bar. So our next bar is the Boat Bar Kunku. Really cool bar up here. Another great work of nice theming. Just walking around to the ramp, we can get another look at Taniwa tubes. So at this bar, pretty much overlooks the tubes coming out, as well as basically the backside of the mountain, which we'll get a closer look at, as well as go back and take a look at Krakatau Aqua Coaster. But you can essentially see all of the Aqua Coaster right here. You come out of the station there on the left, go around the volcano, come around, go down this direction behind Punga Racers, which is right here, and then you return to the station in this direction right over here. So again, the details in the bar, you can see the little fish above and the cool rooftop cover. So now we've come to Tiwa, the Fearless River, which is the action river. And one of the weird things that's different here from Aquatica or any of the other action rivers that at least I've been to is you actually are required to have a life vest and a tube to surf through the Fearless River. So there is no option to not have a life vest and not have a tube. So definitely an interesting development there. We also see some cabanas not completed over here. They do have their rooftop coverings and all that, look a little more completed than the ones we saw earlier. These ones are also incomplete though. So here's the life vest again, all provided free of charge, but you do have to get a life vest to get into the Fearless River. So here's a good look at the ending of Krakatau Aqua Coaster. We're gonna wait here, see if we can catch a boat going through or a raft going through. Down below us is part of the Tiwa River, continuing on. This is pretty much the backside of the volcano right here. Left completely unopened, the stairs we showed you before and all the structure there. Very much open, almost like it's more of a facade than an actual, or meant to be a facade rather than an actual full-on volcano. It is opening day and we are seeing several things incomplete. As we wait for the raft to come through, I'm just going to talk for a second. We see several things incomplete, a lot of cabanas so far, at least 6 or 7. We've been getting early reports that they've been canceling cabana reservations for fear that they haven't, that they're not going to be ready, and it doesn't look like it. We've seen a couple that are just completely still just a structure, like metal structure, nothing else to see. So looking up at the backside of the volcano, we see those capsule slides up there. We're a little closer than we've been able to be for a while now. And then down here we have Punga Racers, currently not operating as well. Again, opening day jitters, a little bit of issues to be expected. We're seeing a few issues though here and there. So here you see Punga Racers, mass slide. Now the flume, you may be wondering how this is a mass slide, but the flume comes out and is very, very short. The pool is actually kind of deep, not deep, but it's deeper than your normal flume pool. So when you do splash down, you do stop pretty quickly. You don't fly and hit the wall. At least we didn't see anybody doing it earlier when we did our first walk around. So this is Punga Racers. Not really able to catch it in action right now, as well as the water coaster. We waited there for a bit and sadly no riders going on that either yet. Just a lot of downtime. We also see some still fencing up around the lazy rivers here. A lot of fencing around blocking entry to the lazy river. There's no protective fencing, no guides, no like safety fencing in there. So definitely an issue, another issue that'll have to be getting worked out. Coming up next, we're going to get as close as we can to Meku and Puhi and continue our circle around the park. So now we've come to the Meku and Puhi raft rides, round raft rides. Really cool entrance logo here as well. We also see a pathway blocked off here by these cool green signs, and then some incomplete cabanas back here as well right now. What's really cool is at each station, I want to talk about this here, you can see there's a wait time for each individual slide. This one's currently 35, and 30 minutes for Puhi. So this is Meku, and your return time is 35. You just tap your tapu tapu and get a ride time to come back. So we're going to take a look at these slides a little bit closer as we head on around and check it out. Another cool thing, as I mentioned, we have flip-flop holders everywhere. Still bags of sand being seen as well on some of the slides. So here's where the end of the Tiwa River comes around. We were just over there on the other side of this bridge where you get in. So the river actually does flow around about half of the park. And then not going to be hard to see the saucer part of the saucer slide, which is Meku. Puhi's on the back there with the funnels. And we'll be trying to get some splash out angles of that here in just a moment. So here comes some riders splashing out of Puhi. It sounds like they're coming down around the tube there. So again, these are the half pipe slides, and this is one of the slides that's the closest to I-4. So you could actually see I-4 right here. You're not secluded from the highway at all on this side of the park. The other side of the park is mainly like a little side city street, but this side of the park is right next to overpasses on I-4. You can see them from quite a few places in the park as well. So in here, Meku just came out, and again, that's the saucer slides right here that we've been checking out for a while. Really cool mat return system or tube return system, so you actually won't have to return your tube or carry your tube up the hill. Even on the smaller slides, the tubes go all the way up for you, or most of the way up the tower. In the case of Taniwa tubes, they go up 3/4 of the way, and then you take your tube from there. So here we see a look at Bamboo Jungle Kitchen.
Right this way, guys.
And we can check out their menu here. Looks like they have the same burgers we saw at the other stand, as well as some fresh salads, island chicken salad, Cobb salad, etc. So the entrees look like we have an edamame burger here, the pretzel dog that we've been seeing around. Another nicely themed eatery here. Where you actually order first and then go up and get your order. So a little more like the Disney way at this shop. So here we see another look at the backside of the volcano. Some more of Krakatau Aqua Coaster right here in the bigger tube slide. The two little ones are actually Kala and Ta Nui. So as we see this here, this is the exit of Tiwa, the Fearless River. Well, not the exit, but this is actually the tube going through, the tunnel going through the volcano here. Looks like you can still see a lot of construction equipment there as well. Several little details being ironed out, even a fence here being guarded by some team members. So definitely some opening issues, but not too many. The park looks great, looks nice, it's beautiful. It's come along really nicely, other than the backside of that volcano, which I personally think is ugly and bad show. That's my opinion. I think they should have spent a little more time on the park and finished it all off and filled in the backside of the volcano. So again, this is the exit of Tiwa. Probably can't see much there, but there is actually a wave that comes out the side here as guests splash through. So these small slides are the Oh No and Oh Yeah body slides, where you can see that level now up close. You do splash into a 10-foot pool from about 6 feet off the water. And here comes a person. So you don't come out too fast. Looks like it kind of just dumps you in the water there. Here comes somebody down the green side. We're going to check them out. Yep, so you just kind of plunge in there. It's not like you fly off like crazy and splash on your back or belly flop. And the slide itself is very short. It has picked up a big weight here on opening day, so be sure to grab your Tapu Tapu reservation for that pretty quickly, or make it one of the first things you do. It does have about a 200-minute wait right now on opening day. Now, given that is virtual wait, but it is still 200 minutes. Another cool feature is these little spinny things throwing water. That's really neat. The fish throwing water over here with a little splash pool. So So on one final note regarding I-4, this is about the closest you do get to it over on this side. But other than Meku and Puhi, we're right here on the side, and that rumbling you hear is actually a truck broken down on I-4, if you can hear that right now. So that's definitely really cool. So this is a look at the cabanas. So, and these are two-story cabanas. They bring you table service and everything you need here at Volcano Bay. And again, two-story ones, you can go up the steps and check out all of the stuff up there. So these are some of the completed cabanas. Really nice to see. They also come with your own Tapu Tapu touch point, so you can tap in there and check on how you're doing. So here we see the exit to the Kala and Tanui. These are two of the two other capsule slides inside of Krakatau Mountain, which is right above us here. We're almost back to the front side of the park, so we're going to look over the side here and take a look. This is the wave pool going on right now. So pretty cool to see the wave pool. Now off in the distance there, you can actually see a tube in the middle. There's a focus. That tube is Ko'okiri Body Plunge coming down as well. So here's Kala and Tanui Serpentine Body Slides. Again, flip-flop and loose item holder right here to check out. So as we take a look at the row of cabanas, both one-story and two-story, closest back to the front of the park, we've completed our circular tour of Cabana Bay. So that concludes our tour of Volcano Bay as we exit here, and we're going to turn around and take one final look at the entrance now that's a little more daylight. All these letters that we saw grow right here. This over here is actually the side private Cabana Bay entrance, but here are the letters of Volcano Bay, and this will wrap up our video level coverage of the water park that we have covered so much. I want to thank everybody for joining overall throughout this past year or so. It's been great to have everybody along for the ride, commenting, asking your questions. I'm still always here. My name's Jim from WildGravityTravels.com. Be sure to check us out at WildGravityTravels.com for complete coverage, some still pictures, and even more reviews of food and whatnot to come. More than likely we'll be trying a few of the food items and have an extra post up, as I mentioned before. So just stay tuned for all of that and all the fun and excitement from Volcano Bay. Have a great day. Enjoy the water park if you do come, everybody.